Okay, guys, let's kind of pick this up where we left off. We're going to go over today on online presentations. Okay, this is a component of both Program 2 and 3. Okay, we're going to just focus on Program 2 today. Now, at this point, you should have watched these webinars, how it works. Program 1 was about our measurement and roof simulator, and Program 2 was the overview of basically how we go from soup to nuts on a lead funnel in Program 2. Today we're going to do the online presentation component of that funnel. Now hang on to the end because I'm also going to show you how to get to our investment so you can see basically on your volume what you're going to have to lay out for us to do the online appointments. Okay, plus our onboarding fees to structure the campaign, set it up. All right, and also we have another video on how to close the deal after we pass it along to you. So let's take good notes. I know that you've been through a lot of webinars, but I got news for you. It's important that you watch these and take notes because I don't like to leave any stone unturned. I want you to know how this partnership has to move forward in order for us to increase your sales. I want you to know this up front. All right, today, Program 2. Inevitably, a roofer will either wonder or ask me outright, what's your secret? How do you get it done? Well, we're going to cover some of that today. We're going to show you what we cover in our online presentations, the components of what really needs to happen in order for us to successfully hand it off to you. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of how to get it closed, but I actually have a video about that. Your investment. Yes, I'm going to give you some excerpts on it, but at the end of this video, all you need to do is email me and I can get you out our investment video for the full investment structure. Okay, then we're going to talk a little bit about both why our contractors like us, the clients that we service now. Right now we're working on 100% retention rate. That's fantastic. And we're going to talk about why the homeowners love us. And that's based on 3,000 presentations we did. Yes, we surveyed them. And you're going to be surprised at why they really like this process. All right, let's jump right into it. What's the secret? Listen, you've been struggling like every other client we take on, getting that lead to money. What you're missing along the way is there's so many mini sales that have to happen. So many in order to get to the point where you are getting a check. Listen, you know you're a good roofer. Okay, we both know that. If you weren't a good roofer, you wouldn't be listening to this right now because I would have got rid of you at the first meeting. But guess what? People who are searching online to get their roof done, when that turns into a lead, they don't know you from Adam. You're just another roofer, regardless of what your marketing message was. Whether you're out there selling, I do roof $79.95, or come to me, I got 12 months interest-free finance. You're still another roofer. And if you think that your marketing efforts out there, you're getting, if you're on Home Advisor, Angie's List, etc., those leads are shared. And any other lead gen company says, yeah, I'll get you exclusive lead. They're not exclusive. I'm not saying that lead gen company is selling that same lead. I'm saying that person that you got as a lead is also looking for other roofers in other sources. But that's okay. We welcome competition, and I'm going to teach you that in a moment. Point I'm getting at is you have to stop doing what you're doing now and set up the mini sales cycle. See, this is what you're probably doing now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Got a lead comes in, you might send them an email or two. Inevitably, they're going to get a call, book an appointment, either from you, somebody in your office. You booked that appointment. Awesome, great, you're excited. Then you get out there, And that's where the ball is dropped. That's where we're probably out there with a canned presentation. You might have 1, 2, 3 reps, or perhaps you're doing it yourself. None of you have any proper sales training at all. Go out there with that pre-scripted, I got to cover this, I got to cover that. Baloney. You don't. What you need to do is what's called personality selling, which my guys are trained to do that. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in a moment. But here's what I want you to do right now. I challenge you to do this. Here's an exercise. Pull up the last 2, 3 sales that you made closed. Okay, in your mind. Then pull up the last 3 you didn't close. There's common variables in both. Let's talk about the ones you closed. I guarantee you, when you left that meeting, you felt good about it. You said things like, wow, we really hit it off. That went well. That was a good guy. And if you're saying that, he's probably saying that about you as well. That basically means that your personality is matched up. That only happens 25% of the time. You look at your flip side of the coin, the ones you didn't close. I guarantee you, in your own mind when you left, you're saying things like, wow, that didn't go good. That guy was an idiot. What an ass he was. Stupid questions. Here's the bottom line. Your personalities didn't match up. There was a conflict. You didn't know how to adjust to him. Don't expect them to adjust to you. You got to adjust to them. My guys are trained to do that. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. See, the whole, again, back to lead to get money. Lead to get a client. Boils down to having a funnel process of building a relationship basically moves into likability, and likability moves into trust. Remember, these people do not know you. You might be the best roofer in the entire county. You got to prove that to them. The brand has to be created before they give you a check. And that creation of the brand, that creation of value, comes through understanding their personality type. No more of this leaving and saying, man, how come I didn't get that job? No more of that game. We got to get you out of it. Okay, a little bit about what we do. Remember, I said a series of mini sales. The first component of every online meeting, we have a strong intro, a very relaxing intro, a very enthusiastic intro, specifically designed to start building that relationship through a series of questioning, which helps our guys better understand their personality type. Okay, you're looking at the first component here. Anybody who comes on that appointment has to go through these 3 items, and it's an extensive item. We spend more on that item than anything else. You're probably thinking in your head, well, you know, our guys go out there, we're showing product, we're showing how we do it. That's all bullshit, unless you got the right personality type that it appeals to. All right, so this is really what we're doing in the first component. If that lasts 5 minutes, okay. If it lasts 20, that's okay as well. Because that's where the relationship is built. To move the lead forward, we're continually making sales to build that credibility, that likability, and that obviously leads to the trust level of doing business with you. Now, the middle part of the presentation kind of revolves around these areas. These areas are depictive and we direct it towards the personality type that we're dealing with. And again, we do it through a series of questioning as well. Most likely, we're not going to do all of them because when you're dealing with certain types of personalities, only one would be important to them. So don't waste your time with the others. But if you don't know the personality type, you don't know how to handle that. Right? So this section is totally structured in a non-structured way. It becomes structured according to their personality type. Okay, you with me? Again, take good notes. All right, and the end of the meeting. This I like to refer to as the solidification stage, or, and I love this, lasting impression. The first component was the first impression. The last component you see on your screen is the lasting impression. And again, we do it according to personality type, but everything you see there will be covered. We're going to do contractor isolation where we're going to separate you from the competition. And again, we do that through a series of both questions and statements. Find out what their timing is. Why is it that? So we'll figure, well, why do you get asked why? Well, you say, 3 months from now. Well, okay, well, what's the reason? Why are we waiting 3 months? If it's a money issue, oh, by the way, we have financing. We just can speed up that closing. Price conditioning statement. We have a price conditioning statement because inevitably throughout there, they're going to ask us how much does it cost. Now, of course, we want to get them to the site inspection meeting with you guys. So we're never going to tell them what it costs, but we got a very strong price conditioning statement. It's going to separate us from the competition. This has to be covered with everybody we meet with. Just like the first component, those things had to be covered. First impression, last impression are the same. What happens in the middle varies depending on the personality type. All right, I hope I'm not losing you. I hope we're on the same page. All right, so now we get to the recap. Now we're going to verbally outline and follow it up with an email. We're going to verbally outline the things of major interest to them. We're going to verbally outline what needs to happen at this next meeting, and we're going to ask them what else they want to see, and obviously going to set a estimate, but something else will also present itself. If you are out there and you're marketing to generate the lead promoting financing, well, odds are this guy is very interested in financing. We're going to continue to use that as the hook to meet with your roofing consultant, site inspector, whatever you're calling them, at the next meeting. We're going to assure them of the incentives that you want to promote and pass along in order for them to show at the second meeting. Now, the turnover process is very seamless. Okay? We basically email you a report. I'm going to kind of show you a sample email that you'll receive. But it's basically a recap of what I just told you. What we give them to them verbally. Well, we then put it in writing. Why? Because repetition is one of the best ways to lead. Person comes on to an online meeting. You honestly think after 40 minutes they're going to remember everything we said? They're going to remember that first impression. They're going to remember that lasting impression. But what happened in between? Maybe not. Unless it's real important to them. That's where the recap comes in handy. And a recap serves as a way to lead. We lead them to what's happening next. They're committing once again to our organization. Okay, you with me? So your sales rep, roofing consultant, whatever you want to call them, will be copied on this email. And the attachment, of course, is going to be the measurement and roof simulation. Of course, you're going to need that for the in-home presentation. Now, let's take a quick look. If I could find it, I can. Here we go. All right, typical recap. Dear Mr. Homeowner, once again, I want to thank you for considering your company for your roof insulation. Although we've installed over 2,000 roofs in the last 12 years, we're excited to have an opportunity to add another client to our family. Below is a quick outline. Then bullet point by bullet point by bullet point by bullet point, we recap what we discussed as it was so important to them. Then we lead them. Here's what's going to happen when you come out and see you. And this could change. But again, it's everything that we are going to discuss when we get there that they wanted to see. And we emphasize on the bottom, COVID-free and vaccinated. And we will wear a mask. Hopefully you're doing that. If not, I strongly recommend it. All right, I think you're getting the gist of how useful we are. But here's some of what we've recognized from our clients, feedback from the people that we work with now. Obviously, we're increasing their sales. We're increasing their ROI. But the biggest comment is we're always do a better job building that relationship, moving them forward in the sales process than the reps you got now. And I love the fact that instead of sending your reps out blindly on appointments, mishandling those appointments, now you're in front of people ready to move forward. They've seen everything. Now they're committed to the wrap-up things to do. Big thing that our roofers always realize is they end up spending less in their sales and marketing. Less on leads, less on sales labor, less on sales commissions. Think about it. You might be right now paying your guys anywhere from 8 to 15% commission. Now you can reduce that. Why? Because now we're in front of more people to sell to. They're ready to buy. So why are you paying them 10%? You're not doing enough to earn that. We're putting them in a position where they're seeing a person who's seen everything, now wants to meet somebody else ready to go. So you reduce the commission and the number of people you have going out there. All right, let's move this along. Wrap it up. And if you haven't surmised, here's why homeowners absolutely love the entire situation. Number one, it's an extension of their buying journey. They found you online. Why not do an online appointment? They can quickly see the incentive that you are promoting by way of your marketing. Of course, it's convenient. We have convenient booking hours. We start 7 a.m. in the morning all the way up to 8 o'clock. And they can do it from anywhere. They can do it from their office. If they're working out of their home, bang, they do it from there. They can do it from anywhere, anytime. Of course, we promote the fact that it's a stress-free environment. Listen, we're not asking you for money in program 2. We're not. You know how more apt they are to divulge information for that simple fact alone. What I like the most is friendliness and professionalism of the presenter. Why are they calling us friendly? Because they like us. How did we get them to like us? Because we identified their personality and we adjusted to them. No canned presentation. We don't do that here. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's where you're going to be amazed. As you know, we do this on an exclusive basis and program 2. Bottom right, take a look there. Depending on your volume, we'll do that online presentation, which includes the measurement and roof simulation. That takes us about a half hour to do alone. We'll do that for $75, upwards of $125. If you're low volume, you're on the $125 range. Your higher volume, you're closer to that $75 range. Program 1, the measure and roof sim, costs $35. So think about that. For another $40, you're getting the online presentation. All right, I promise you, other webinars. We have I think it's like 6-7 minute investment webinar. It's going to outline pricing structure. We have a how to close webinar. We have program descriptions, but you should have already seen that. We have a truth about lead gen companies. And no, I'm not bashing any lead gen company. I'm just explaining the reality of the situation in Marketing 101. Keep in mind, I know all about lead generation. Sold a $32 million company back in 2015. Marketing lead gen management consultant, I know a great deal about. And you know what else I know how to do very well? Teach my guys to get deals closed for you. All right, guys, appreciate it. You know how to book an appointment, right? Go into our emails, click on a button, book an appointment. Let's discuss this further. Appreciate your time, guys.